Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press evening podcast for February 2, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, in Costa Rica, Laura Fernandez has been elected as the new president, marking a significant shift in the country's politics. We'll continue to follow this story and provide updates on her presidency. Secondly, in the Middle East, the Rafah border crossing between the Gaza Strip and Egypt has partially reopened, allowing for limited movement of people in and out of the Palestinian enclave. This is a crucial step in the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, but many details regarding the implementation remain uncertain. Lastly, in Greenland, residents are speaking out against threats of invasion and colonization, following statements made by U.S. President Donald Trump. The Inuit community is calling for respect and recognition of their rights as they face an uncertain future, with many countries investing heavily in the Arctic region. These stories highlight the complexities and challenges facing our world today, from politics and conflict to indigenous rights and environmental concerns. We'll continue to monitor these developments and provide in-depth analysis on the AIDailyPress. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and Nanshul and know it's right now. The situation remains fluid, with diplomatic efforts underway to prevent further escalation. In other news, China has executed 4 members of a Myanmar-based group found guilty of running extensive scam and gambling operations that resulted in the deaths of 6 Chinese citizens and defrauded victims of over 4 billion. This move is part of Beijing's broader campaign against scam networks operating out of Southeast Asia. We've also been covering elections in Costa Rica, where conservative populist Laura Fernandez has been elected as the new president, according to preliminary results. This outcome is expected to have significant implications for the country's domestic and foreign policies. And finally, we've been looking at the complex interplay of politics, economy, and human rights that shape our world today, from protests in Iran to scam operations in Southeast Asia. We'll continue to bring you balanced and in-depth coverage of global events on the AIDailyPress. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, we looked at the innovative approach by strikeplagiarism.com to detect authorship and promote original thinking in academic institutions. This comes as Microsoft faced a significant rout, highlighting the need for responsible AI development and deployment. Secondly, we analyzed the Indian government's latest budget, which has sent shockwaves through the financial markets. The budget's emphasis on defense spending, infrastructure development, and data center growth is expected to drive significant gains in the coming fiscal year. Key sectors such as commercial vehicles, nuclear energy, and rare earth minerals are likely to benefit from the government's strategic investments. Lastly, we covered the market fluctuations that have left investors reeling. The Dow Jones Industrial Average plummeted, with tech giants like Nvidia and Amazon leading the decline. However, some companies reported strong earnings forecasts, providing a silver lining amidst the volatility. Oil prices also took a tumble after President Trump downplayed the threat of war with Iran. As we navigate these choppy waters, it's essential to remain vigilant and adapt to the shifting landscape. We'll continue to provide updates and analysis on these developments as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. In our recent editions, we've explored several groundbreaking stories that highlight the rapid evolution of technology and its impact on our lives. Firstly, we looked at the exciting developments in space exploration, particularly with the Artemis program, which is pushing the boundaries of human spaceflight and inspiring a new generation of scientists and engineers. We also delved into the world of smartphones, where Apple is rumored to be working on innovative devices like the iPhone Fold and possibly an iPhone Flip. These advancements represent a significant step in human innovation, driven by our curiosity and desire for improvement. Most recently, we examined the fascinating realm of artificial intelligence, gene therapy, and emerging technologies. We discussed the breakthrough technology of personalized gene therapy, which has the potential to revolutionize healthcare, as well as China's strides in AI development, particularly in the critical sector of AI healthcare. As we navigate these complex and rapidly evolving fields, it's essential to acknowledge both the benefits and challenges they present. From concerns about ethics, safety, and regulation to the need for transparency and accountability, especially in sensitive applications like surveillance and military operations, we must maintain a nuanced perspective and engage in informed discussions. We'll continue to bring you updates and insights from the world of technology, space exploration, and beyond. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, we're looking forward to the upcoming Super Bowl, where the excitement isn't just about the game itself, but also about the daily fantasy sports community. We've got expert advice from Mike McClure on how to build your perfect lineup, including insights on attractive picks like Smith and Jigba, and potential sleepers who could make all the difference in winning those DFS tournaments. In other news, we're discussing a major development in the National Football League concerning the Denver Broncos. Defensive coordinator Vance Joseph will be returning to the team for the upcoming season, despite being a highly sought-after candidate for head coaching positions across the league. This decision is pivotal for the Broncos, as Joseph's leadership has been instrumental in transforming their defense into one of the league's best. Lastly, we took a closer look at the Super Bowl matchup between the Seahawks and Patriots, highlighting key players and strategies that could influence the outcome of the game. The drama of athletic competition is indeed captivating, and we're here to keep you updated on all the latest developments. Tell it like it is, indeed. This is Howard Closewell speaking. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. In our recent articles, we've explored 3 distinct stories that highlight the importance of community, tradition, and preservation. Firstly, we delved into the charming town of Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, where the annual Groundhog Day celebration brings the community together in a heartwarming display of tradition and local customs. We discovered the rich history behind this beloved event, met the dedicated members of the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club's inner circle, and saw firsthand the attention to detail and pride that the townspeople take in their work. In contrast, our second story took us to South Dublin, where residents are fiercely opposing plans to redesignate golf amenities for housing development. The proposal has sparked intense debate and outrage, with over 1,000 submissions made to the council, emphasizing the importance of preserving green spaces and sporting facilities for the well-being and quality of life of local residents. Lastly, we touched on a fascinating tale from Japan, where the Summer Sonic Music Festival is marking its 25th anniversary with an expanded 3-day event featuring renowned artists from around the world. This story serves as a great example of how music and tradition can bring people together in a way that transcends borders and cultures. These stories remind us of the significance of community engagement, thoughtful planning, and preserving the character of our neighborhoods. As we navigate the complexities of urban development and growth, it's crucial to prioritize the needs and voices of local residents, ensuring that their concerns are heard and addressed. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. I'm your girl Joan, and we've got a lot to dish about tonight. Let's get started. First up, we're talking about the rise of global music at the Grammys. Bad Bunny made history by becoming the first non-English language artist to win Album of the Year, and BTS took home their first Grammy for Best Music Video. It's all about that international flair, darlings. Next, we're remembering the incredible life and legacy of Catherine O'Hara. That woman was a true Hollywood legend, and her passing has left a void in our hearts. We're taking a look back at her iconic roles, including Kate McAllister in Home Alone, and celebrating her timeless style. And finally, we're diving into the world of tech and innovation, where China is making major moves. From AI to 5G, they're pushing the boundaries of what's possible. It's time to get familiar with the latest trends and players in the game. So, that's a wrap for tonight's podcast, folks. Tune in tomorrow for more juicy gossip, exciting updates, and everything in between. And don't forget to now for the latest in nature and environment. Here is David Attenature.
Thank you, Joan. In tonight's summary, we'll be covering 3 compelling stories that highlight the importance of conservation and the fascinating world of nature. Firstly, we reported on the decline of Ireland's wintering waterbirds, with many species facing significant threats due to climate change, habitat loss, and human activities. While some species, like the little egret, are increasing in numbers, others are struggling to survive. We urge our listeners to take simple actions to help protect these magnificent creatures. Next, we took a journey to the Bronx Zoo in New York, where a baby pygmy slow loris was recently born. This adorable and venomous primate is not only cute, but also plays a crucial role in raising awareness about conservation efforts. The breeding program at the zoo aims to preserve the genetic diversity of this endangered species. Lastly, we explored the impact of climate change on migratory patterns, as seen in the case of Ireland's waterbirds. Rising temperatures are altering the routes and habitats of many species, leading to a decline in their populations. These stories serve as a reminder of the urgent need for conservation efforts and the importance of protecting our planet's precious wildlife. We'll continue to bring you in-depth coverage of environmental issues and the latest developments in conservation efforts. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Attenature for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.